Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 9th July 2025. Aries. Some sudden problems in your house could suddenly appear. This could involve plumbing, electricity, or the walls. Repairs are definitely indicated. It's best if you see to them right away rather than wait. The problem will only escalate if neglected, and it's probably better to call a professional man to try to fix it himself. Things like this may be a drag, but they do happen. Taurus. Some strange communications could come your way today. Hang-ups or blank emails could have you wondering who the person is and what they want from you. This is probably due to more problems with phone lines or internet connections than to anything else. So don't waste time worrying. If you think you know who's trying to reach you, wait until tomorrow and contact him or her. Gemini. A group that you're affiliated with could find discrepancies in their financial records and ask you to check into them. This is probably due to more than mistaken entries or lost pages than to any major disaster, but solving it will set everyone's mind at ease. Don't be surprised if you have to dig through little scraps of paper buried in the bottom of files. It will be worth it, so please get through it. Cancer. Secrets that someone close to you has been trying to keep hidden could come out today. This may or may not be something earth-shaking. Either way, some quick damage control might prevent them from becoming common knowledge. The people around you are more understanding than you know, so express how you feel. By tomorrow, it should be old news. Take care of business and everything will be well. Leo. Some strange news concerning friends who live far away could come to you secondhand. Attempts to reach the people in question may prove fruitless, at least for now. Withhold a judgment about what you hear until you talk to your friends, as much of what is passed on to you is likely to be misinformation. Tomorrow, you should have better luck reaching to them. Virgo. Some rather unsettling insights into a friend's thoughts and feelings could come to you today, and your intuition is keener than usual. So trust your instincts about everyone, even strangers. Disconcerting thoughts it may be, the experience will increase your understanding of others and enable you to deal with them in the right way. This could strengthen your relationship with others, so please don't be shy. Libra. A disagreement with a friend or family member could cause confusion and hurt feelings if it isn't nipped in the bud. Communication is the key, and avert misunderstandings by explaining in detail exactly what it is you need or what you're prepared to give. Don't assume everyone knows this already. Do this in person if you can. Phone or email might not be as effective. Scorpio. Plans to get some long neglected tasks done around the house or yard may be interrupted by a phone call from someone dear who lives far away. You might be so excited by the call that you were no longer in the right frame of mind to finish your works once the conversation ends. Don't worry, you can always get to the task later, but please enjoy the call. Sagittarius. Plans to get together with a close friend or romantic partner might go away due to circumstances beyond your control. Sudden events could necessitate being out of touch. You might have to face delays when you're trying to make some arrangements. Don't give up. You will reach your goal, but just a little later than you'd hoped. Accept things as they are and change your schedule. These things will happen, but life goes on. Capricorn. A member of your household has perhaps been withholding some negative emotions for a long time. He or she may finally let loose with everything today, and this could prove disconcerting. As you probably have no idea this is going on, some honest talk is definitely in order. Try to show that you understand. All should be fine in the end. Aquarius. An unexpected and perhaps unwelcome call or email from a coworker might mean you have to work some extra hours. This could be frustrating. You may feel that someone is taking unfair advantage of you. If you aren't up to doing it, say no. This won't affect your long-term standing with this person. Otherwise, grit your teeth, dig in, and think of it as a favor. Pisces. You may have been saving up for something you really wanted. When an unexpected expense compels you to spend some of your savings, this could cause some gloom. Make sure you've exhausted all other options before digging into your nest egg. Appearances could be deceiving. There could be other resources at your disposal that you didn't immediately think of, but please consider them. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 9th July 2025. Do have yourself a great and wonderful day.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. It's hump day. That's right. Middle of the week kind of thing. Good morning. Let's go on over and see what's happening in our news department.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Paulion. A tragic discovery in Rodney Bay yesterday morning may have brought a missing person case to a heartbreaking end. Police confirm a body pulled from the water matches the description of a 37-year-old American national Travis Andrew Wyant, who was reported missing just a day earlier.
They responded to that scene and discovered the body of a male floating within the water, whose description fits that of the individual missing from that hotel. His name is Travis Andrew Wyant. As I said, he's an American national. The body has been drawn from the sea, and a postmortem is scheduled for 3 p.m. today, towards guiding the police as to what might have happened in this case.
In other news, St. Lucia's Crime Prevention Minister Jeremiah Norbert has issued a stark warning. Organized crime is spreading, gun violence is rising, and no corner of the island is untouched.
I can tell you that we have credible information, and we are going to be dealing with it. We are going to do everything within our power to dismantle, because there's a lot of what we've realized now is a situation where we have organized crime. Organized crime where we have people from different stratas of society involved in it. And it has become a network that we must dismantle. By any means necessary, we must dismantle it.
Speaking during Monday's pre-cabinet briefing, the minister outlined urgent government action and demanded greater alignment across the justice system. A crackdown on organized crime is yielding major results for the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Over the past 10 days, the Gangs, Narcotics and Firearms Unit, or GNFU, conducted several high-stakes operations targeting drug and gun trafficking. On June the 27th, Operation Cargo Watch uncovered 6 kilograms of cannabis resin in cereal and airbed boxes. 2 suspects were arrested, Shaquille Walker of Castries and Andrina Epifan, a customs employee in V4.
Both individuals were arrested and charged with possession of cannabis resin, possession with intent to supply cannabis, possession with intent to supply cannabis resin, the importation of cannabis, and the importation of cannabis resin. They were both granted bail in the sum of $50,000 EC, either cash or suitable surety.
Police say these targeted operations are part of a broader effort to dismantle criminal networks through intelligence-led enforcement and international cooperation. The public is urged to remain vigilant. The government is taking major steps to ease the rising cost of living for St. Lucians. Commerce Minister Emma Hippolyte outlined new initiatives during Monday's pre-cabinet briefing, including tax relief, food security planning, and support for small businesses and fishers.
We have about 3 things taking place. 3 things. The first one is the removal of the service charge on price control items. We had this previously, maybe 2 years ago. We had it as there was a stint on that, and we had placed the service charge back. But now, based on what is happening internationally, when we see the rise in the price of goods as a result of the tariff imposed by the U.S., and because of the wars that continue, as a government, the cabinet felt it was important that we take measures to contain the rise in prices.
In addition to removing VAT, the 6% service charge on price-controlled items has already been scrapped as of June the 1st. The ministry is also extending VAT exemptions on building materials until next May to support households rebuilding or renovating of homes. That's a broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please join us at noon for our next News Major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Paulion. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Timothy. We need to take a short break and come right back. Well, guess what? Land growth is been on the island. Well, this is back on the island. But anyways, Connect St. Lucia has been, from since the kickoff, has been connecting. It has been thriving. A lot has been happening. So we had to have another sit down with Lance. As a matter of fact, we're getting set for yet another one of those connecting moments. And this one is going to be exciting too. Well, we're here at Lance. Lance Growth is not the first time we've had Lance featured here on the morning show. The last time is when Lance had his inaugural event here in St. Lucia. We call it that because Connect St. Lucia, you started something really, really amazing here, creating a platform, a sort of like a hub, so that business people can connect and interact and network. And the first one was definitely a hit. And since then, I think you've had quite a few. I've missed some of them, but, we're getting set for another one again. So, Lance, it's great to have you back here. It's good to see that you're still here, which means that whatever you started, it's taken grounding and you're getting somewhere with that. You're meeting the vision.
Yeah, big time.
Okay,
it's been just really well received. Our goal was at first just to connect the business community. Like, hey, come outside. Everybody else going at their home.
Yeah.
It's like, let's talk money, let's connect. And we've just seen that a lot of people have this desire to talk about their business, to share their ideas, and to also look for connections to help them grow, especially the younger generation. They just feel kind of silent a bit, and they wanted some visibility. They wanted a place to meet, to talk business, to express their ideas and see what they can do. So it's been well received.
Right, we're getting set for another one, and this one has a little bit of oomph to it. We're going to get to that in a minute, but, let's just retract a little bit since the inaugural one to those that you've had since then. Just explain the atmosphere. Who are some of the people that you see showing up? What are some of the what are some of the the positives that you've been seeing coming out of those gatherings?
Well, it feels like everybody showed up. We literally started with the prime minister. I don't know what it was about that day, but it felt like his entire cabinet was there. So we had like Minister Hilaire, the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Tourism. It was a lot. And, but where we see and talk about consistency, we just see young entrepreneurs, young business owners. Sophia, she runs LA, which I did not know St. Lucia had its own ride sharing program, which needs to be publicized more. Paola, which she runs Sunset e-bikes. A lot of the fashion store owners in like the Baywalk Mall, they're just consistently there. And probably the biggest stories we get is just that cool thing where it's a Sunday and maybe we're going to the marina for breakfast and we see 4 people at our event who met at our event sitting down.
Awesome.
Yeah, that like sent, I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, we're talking.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet at our event? They're like, yeah. Go and get your breakfast. Stop bugging us. I'm like, sorry.
So it really is creating that, it's filling that void.
Yeah,
Sort of
big
like.
time.
Let's talk about the one that is upcoming. The 15th of this month of July.
Yeah.
We've got another amazing one that's coming forth. And I think you're going to be bringing in someone quite significant to share as well. So let's talk about this.
Well, we're bringing in Dr. Malik Yoba. I did not know that there was a doctor attached to his name. Oh. I was like, hey, I have a doctoral degree. I know how hard that is. Congratulations. But Malik Yoba, he's more famous for his the movies he's done, like Cool Runnings. Why Did I Leave My Wife? Is that the one on, the big Tyler Perry one? Why Did I Leave My Wife? And but for me, I know him in New York. We both sat on a few panels together. My main job is I'm a tax real estate attorney, and Malik runs a company called Yoba Development, where they literally try to develop buildings in underserved communities, specifically the Black community, Brooklyn. So he's been, he saw what I was doing, and he's been super enthusiastic about coming out and just echoing the same message, which has evolved a bit, but he's trying to get people to, one, work more together, connect together, and basically put their companies in a more visible state to be able to compete in today's market. Yeah. So,
is it going to be his first time here in St. Lucia?
It's his second time, but he hasn't been, he was here 25 years ago.
Wow.
So I'm going to consider it his first time. Yeah, absolutely. Big time.
Right. So how can persons connect now? What is there a requirement to get in? What are we looking at?
Well, honestly, what we have to do, and I really want to stress this because I don't like the idea of exclusivity and division and all that, but we have to make it an invite-only crowd, mainly because we get such heavy traffic from people interested, and we have to work with these hotels. Like they give us ridiculous discounts to do these things, and we operate from a charitable standpoint, so we have to pick our crowd as invite only. The place I would say that we do kind of let general public in, we have a contest online. Just simply, when you have our page, post a video about your page, talk to us about why you started it, what impact does it have in St. Lucia, and if you connect St. Lucia, you tag us, we immediately review you and we let you guys in. We've let 3 companies in, just young business owners talking about their business, having the courage to post and talk about their business, and we let them in because that's what we're trying to publicize.
Wonderful. So again, the day is the 15th. What time and where's the venue? What are we looking at?
It's July 15th, 6:30 at Sandals Grand. That's it.
Just go on to Glance Road. Where do we go? Connect St. Lucia? What's the page?
Yeah, right now we keep it solely Instagram, so they can go to Connect St. Lucia on Instagram. You can send us messages, but like I said, for admittance, if you have a business or a business idea, you basically have to post about it, tag Connect St. Lucia, and our team reviews it, and we typically let people in because we're literally trying to target the business community at the moment. But we will, in the future, open this thing up to the public. But right now, in terms of the launching of it, which it's been just under a year, we're trying to be very contained.
Wonderful. Lance, well, here we are on to something great. It seems. I think it's on to something great. So let's see where this goes. All the best, yeah?
I appreciate you.
Normally like these things. Something about it gives me a rush. Like when we gone to do one thing and then we happen to see and we got curious, and then when we tap in, we realize, okay, this is good information. We had one such moment recently. Here at the Sports Academy, we just run into some ladies, a lot of ladies, a few men, maybe? Yeah, a few gentlemen. Yeah, but you know what? Curiosity. That's just what we do, But they look so happy and they're just enjoying St. Lucia. So I had to pop in and find out what was going on. So I'm here with 2 amazing ladies. What's your name? Joe and Indira. Right. Joe, Indira, why are we here? What's going on?
We're from Holmes Chapel Comprehensive School, which is in the UK, and we won a grant to bring 17 students here to learn about the culture and the history of St. Lucia. Ooh. And some of our students haven't been abroad before, so we've spent 10 days here, and these wonderful ladies from Two Saints have helped prepare a programme for us to experience life in St. Lucia. And
is that your first time here?
This is my first time here, and it has been life-changing, incredible experience.
You'll be back. I'm not asking. She's going to be back, guys. We can look forward to her. Tell me about your institution. Are you aligned with an institution?
Yes. So I have co-founded a company called Two Saints with my sister Kimia Toussaint, and we teach Creole and we program arts and culture programs in and around St. Lucia as well as the UK. But this is why we have our students here.
Wow. So tell me about what's happening here. This is a lovely exchange. If you ask, well, it's not exchange for now, unless we start sending people out there. But for now, it could be the start to a nice exchange program. Right?
That's definitely something that we're looking forward to. So last year we had St. Lucian students from Corinth, from this academy, join us in our art workshop. So they would do masquerade with us. They would learn about carnival and the history of carnival. Unfortunately, this year, because the school has already closed, we haven't had our St. Lucian students joining in. Wow. But tomorrow we're looking forward to having some St. Lucian students join in our dance program.
Wow. Yeah. Come on now. I want to know some of the things they've taught you now. I need to know what they've taught you so far.
We did some drumming yesterday. Oh. Incredible. The movement, the beat. It was just, everyone was involved. It was absolutely incredible.
How are students receiving this though?
How are I think overwhelmed, I think. I think they found it, but loved every minute of it. They say in the morning, we're so tired, but they're excited to be here and just absorbing it all. It's incredible.
How long has this program been going on?
Well, we're here for 10 days.
No, but like in general?
This
program
takes time that we've done it. You've had 2 years, is that right?
Yes.
2 years it's been running. But this is the first time that Holmes Chapel Comprehensive School have done this. We're definitely doing it again. Incredible.
Oh, I love it. Oh, she's going to be an honorary Lucian very soon, isn't it?
I hope so.
Absolutely. We'll have her. We'll have her.
Absolutely.
We'll have her because she's
Wonderful.
just so receptive.
Right.
And this is what's so important, that people do care about culture. We can have beaches anywhere in the Caribbean. We can have, the hotels, but it's about allowing people to know and be inspired by our culture. And so that's why it's so important. And we'll have Joe. More Joes.
What are some of the other, how many days you've been? 10 days? How many more days?
They leave on Wednesday, so we have 2 more days.
Wednesday. Miss it, but just what? That's all right. We'll be back for that. What are some of the other things you have on the cards for them?
Sure,
Maybe a little
so-
surprise in there.
So this afternoon we are visiting Greenwood Terrace, where we'll be learning about herbs and plants, because it's really important. Obviously, as St. Lucians, we know. Yeah, he was, but we didn't get to speak to him. But they have a herb garden where we'll be learning about herbs, plants. We've done masquerade with youth and arts. We've done drumming with Niger Nestor and Popo. We have done Creole lessons with Two Saints, like I said. And tomorrow we've done a poetry and writing performance workshop just this morning at the school. Dance workshop with mocks tomorrow, incorporating carnival. Because obviously we're in the season of carnival, so we must involve carnival. And yeah, we've done different writing and art activities throughout the time.
Absolutely. I love it. Listen, I'll see you again soon. Yeah. You and a few of you guys. I think they're going to be back. But I love your energy, and I'm
Thank
glad
you.
you
It's been
enjoyed
amazing.
it.
Absolutely incredible. And more people need to do this. And those who come and stay in these lovely hotels
They don't
understand the culture. And that's what's really touched me. And I need to share that back home. You need to experience the real St. Lucia,
I'm glad
not
you
just
got
the
that
beaches.
experience. I think you're the best person to have gotten that experience in it.
So thank
You're a good sport, and we appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your stay. Yeah? Absolutely. Wonderful.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. Let's talk stress management and reclaiming your power. Welcome back. I'm Dr. Tanya Bobran, and today we're diving into something that affects every single one of us: stress. Let's be honest, we're all carrying a lot: work, family, expectations, world events. And very often it shows up as exhaustion, anxiety, poor sleep, weight gain, and even chronic illness. It's not just in your head. It's our nervous systems calling for help. In my More Joy method, I teach something that you could work with, and that you work not against your body, you work with your body. So how do we manage stress in a healthy way, in a new and different way? I'm going to give you 3 simple tools that you can start today to manage stress. And one of them is breath work. Breathe to reset your nervous system. Start your days, or whenever you're stressed, with 60 seconds of deep, slow breathing. That tells your nervous system that you're safe. And that simple technique alone can change your entire day because it resets your nervous system. Another tool to manage stress is how you nourish your body. Skipping meals or reaching for sugar-laden foods like pastries or cake will spike your cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. Balancing your blood sugar is one of the most powerful ways to reduce stress and how your body responds to it. And finally, I'm going to urge you to reclaim your rhythm. Stress loves chaos, and your body loves rhythm. Wake, eat, move, and rest at consistent times. That simple way of living will ground you. And one of my favorite tools I'm going to share right now is sound therapy. isn't just soothing, it's healing. I've used crystal bowls, tuning forks, chimes, and even water to bring my body back into harmony. The vibrations from the sound tools we use calm our nervous system, it balances our energy, and it opens up space for real, deep, and lasting healing. I want you to remember that you are not your stress. You are not your symptoms. You are powerful, and you deserve to have a life that is joyful and calm, and that you can thrive despite the stresses and chaoses of normal living.
And there you have it. Another remarkable day on the morning show here. Of course, Dr. Bobra wrapping things up there for us. And I hope you would have gathered or grabbed something from there. Maybe this is your opportunity or your reminder to check on yourself. Maybe do your little, your little tests and stuff like that. When was the last time you did a general checkup? Maybe you need to check on that now. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's do it again tomorrow. It's going to be Thursday then. And I'm looking forward to waking up with you on the DBS This Morning Show.